This week we're going to take a look at planting progress and weather trends here in the U.S. We're going to turn our attention to Brazil and look at crop progress and weather trends there. Come back and look at U.S. export trends and wrap things up with a long-term review of December corn futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the corn market. We've moved into the last few days of April here, and it's time to plant corn in the U.S. Let's take a look at the latest progress nationwide. Well, as of Sunday, April 26th, 25% done nationwide. Notice that's above last year's 22% and above the 5-year average of 19%. We've highlighted a couple areas. Notice how rapidly things have progressed in Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and also up in Minnesota. Let's now take a look at the history of corn planting progress. Again, here at 25% as of April 26th. Over the next 2 weeks on average, approximately 33% of the corn is planted between April 26th and May 10th. So weather permitting, by Mother's Day, May 10th, we may be approaching 55 to 60% of the corn planted nationwide. Of course, additional progress will be directly tied to the weather. Let's take a look at the short-term trends. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. Starting out here looking at a cooler weather pattern developing over the next 10 to 14 days. Across that dark blue area, moderately cooler than normal. The light blue area, slightly to moderately cooler than normal. Again, all the way into Mother's Day, May 10th. We're looking now at rainfall forecast. Most of the rain this week is going to be west and south across the wheat areas there, hard red winter wheat areas that can certainly use it. Let's now take a look at next week, May 4th to the 10th. Across that dark green area there, we're looking at a ½ inch to 1.5 inches. So let's take a look now at precip over the next 2 weeks. So you can see quite a divergence here. Up in the northern plains, Minnesota, it's going to be a bit dry over the next 2 weeks, which may afford additional planting opportunities. Western Iowa, parts of Nebraska. As you move further east, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, close to the normal amounts of precip over the next 2 weeks. Let's shift gears now and focus on the second crop corn in Brazil. Let's take a look at where that corn is produced in Brazil. Again, this is double crop corn after the bean harvest. We've highlighted this week 3 key states in the south, Paraná, Mato Grosso do Sul, and São Paulo. We're looking at a total of 63% and 80% of the Safrinha corn in those 3 southern states have received under half the amount of rainfall over the last 14 and 30 days, respectively. So we're looking at some drier conditions in that south area. Let's take a look at progress now. We're looking at 44% of the crop is pollinating as of April 25th. That's a bit behind the 5-year average, which is typically closer to 50%. We've highlighted this before, but it bears repeating. Notice how much the rainfall drops off here as we move into the month of May. So rainfall as we move into pollination and grain fill is critical. Let's take a look at rainfall now over the next 2 weeks. Over those 3 states that we highlighted, look like it's going to be closer to normal precip. But overall, for the entire country, a total of 44% of Safrinha corn is forecast to receive below normal precip over the next 14 days. Let's now take a look at export prospects here in the U.S. Continue to see brisk export pace, 31% higher than last year at this point, well on the way to a record export pace for this 25-26 crop year. Let's wrap things up looking at long-term trends in December corn. December corn, as we tape here on Tuesday, has seen a nice rebound. It's approaching $4.95 a bushel. Notice as you enter the month of May all the way into harvest, look at that potential for increased price volatility, both to the upside and to the downside. That's why it's critical to continue to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage price volatility and avoid price prediction. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 309-664-2300. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an update. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.